What's up? Bradley Aiden Johnson here with a YouTube message or email reply, whatever you want to call it. Basically, the subject is muscle. Hey, I've been watching your videos for a couple of days now and I have a question. I wanted to get your advice on building muscle. I've been working out for a year and 3 months. Throughout that year, I've noticed my chest pops out more when I wear a t-shirt. Even my cousins tell me my chest pops out, but I've been having trouble with my arms and back. Whenever I do barbell curls or dumbbell curls, I can feel it only in my forearms. Whenever I do barbell rows or have any back exercises, I never feel it. For this reason, my arms do not have any muscle. My triceps somewhat pop out when I flex it. What do you think I'm doing wrong? Also, I just started keeping track of my macronutrients, started doing 40-40-20 diet. Should I even be doing this diet, being that my arms have no muscle and are lacking in size? I'm 5 foot 4 inches, 134 pounds. Part of the reason I'm starting the 40-40-20 diet is because I have some belly fat that I'm trying to get rid of. I hope you read this and reply. Thank you. Well, I'm reading it and I'm replying. First, if those who don't know what 40-40-20 diet is, it's a ratio of your macros, your protein, carbohydrates, fat, 40-40-20 in that percentage order. It's basically a really simple catch-all for what is roughly the amount of food to eat if you are trying to gain muscle or lose fat and eat healthily, I guess. It's a really simple way to work out macros that will probably work and more or less have a decent effect. I don't like macro ratios. I think they oversimplify things. I much prefer my way of working out, which macros, which is a totally different video. You're saying that your muscles in your biceps aren't popping the way that you want. I would say there are 2 possible reasons for this if they're not, if it's not happening in that area. Maybe 3. 1, genetics. Ignore that one. It's almost certainly not that. I hate the whole genetics thing. 2, mind-muscle connection, 3, form. Let's address form first. If you're having a problem with form, check my videos on perfect form. I've got a whole playlist that and even more are coming soon. It's very important that you do your exercises with perfect form. It's very tempting, especially for us men with our egos and machismo and all that, to just go up in weight and go up in weight. What happens is you start working out, right? You start working out, right? And let's say you're doing a dumbbell curl, because it's nice and easy, right? Okay, you start off, yeah? And this is your bicep curl technique. Oh, it's fantastic, yeah? And you do a certain number and you're like, right, I'm going to go up in weight. So imagine you put some more weight in. And you do dumbbell. And it's like, okay, your dumbbell technique is great. And then, you get to the end and you can't do any more. But your ego's like, no, I want to go up in weight again. So your last dumbbell rep is like this. You bring a bit more shoulder, a bit more, see that? Give it a little bit of that. And you're like, okay, that went up, brilliant. And then you start again. Next time you're in the gym, you put a little bit more weight on, right? Make sure you can see this. And this time, you do a few good, yeah? And then your last maybe 3 or 4 are like, okay, I can't really do this, but give it a bit of that. Okay. Give it a bit of that. Okay, and you do more. You're like, okay, brilliant, I'm going to go up. I'm even stronger now. Next time you're going to put even more weight on. This is, of course, an exaggerated timeline. And this time you're like, your bicep curls have become bullshit. Yeah? That's what happens to people over time. Ego gets into the whole thing. And once ego's in it, it's difficult to get it out of. And it prompts you to start making mistakes. Don't worry. Everyone does it. I do it. Every now and again, I do a thing. I haven't called a name for it, given it a name, but it's part of the badge method, the method of weightlifting that I have pioneered. And anyway, forget that. What I do is I just drop the weight down to nothingness. I just go right back. I don't care. I'll just lift a bar if I need to, and I perfect my form and go back up again using the other technique in the badge method, which is getting from 10, which is another video. In fact, the video's it's there. Keep your form perfect. The worse your form is, the less you target that muscle. It seems like, you know, you lift a heavier weight, that will make the muscle grow bigger. But if you're lifting a heavy weight and you're losing your form, you're not even working all that muscle on that weight. So there's no point in having the heavier weight. Keep in perfect form as much as you reasonably can. Your form will always suffer at some point, yeah. But keeping as perfect form for as much of the exercise as you possibly can, cheating as little as possible, will lead to better definition and growth of that muscle that you are targeting. So drop your weight back down to nothingness and re-perfect your form. Now, it might not be that, but you're saying to me that your forearms are hurting, which leads me to think you might be doing this. Especially if we're talking bicep curls here, right? You might be giving it a bit of this. Sorry, can't really see. Yeah, that will stress your forearms. The momentum created by your wrist will help get the weight up. You might be doing that in order to get the muscle to get up, yeah? In slow motion. Keep your wrist strong, yeah, like that. When you're doing the weight, down, up, down, up. That will avoid that problem. If you're hitting your forearms when you're doing a bicep curl, you're probably doing it all wrong. You're meant to hit, hammer curls will hit it a lot, but if you're a regular bicep curl, really shouldn't be stressing the forearm too much, greatly at all. So, yeah, look at your form. The other one is mind muscle connection. For those that don't know what that is focusing your mind on your muscle and connecting with it as you do your weight. If in a perfect gym scenario, before you do every weight, you'll flex that muscle quickly before you do it. So you won't like, okay, I'm about to do some bicep curls now. So it's going to be bicep curls because it's the easiest thing to show on a video. Like, it's not because I love bicep curls or anything. It's just a really easy exercise to show on a video. So before you do your weight, you can be like, okay, do a bit of that. Yeah. Okay, now that mind, that muscle is in your head, right? So when you start working out, all you're thinking about is this. Clench at the end. This. Clench it at the end. Go down. This. You're not going to be thinking about any other thing, any other muscle. You're not going to be using any other muscle groups to work out because you're completely focused on that muscle. It really helps for the chest, upper chest. Like every time you do an exercise, think of that muscle before you flex it a few times. Get that muscle and using that muscle in your head. Because what the body can do is build what we call 40 recruitment patterns because the body is fantastic at getting things done. I was going to say a bad word there, I chose against it. It's fantastic at getting things done. If you need to do a squat, the body's got a whole heap of muscles available to squat with. Yeah. If you need to do a bicep curl, the body can bring in a whole heap of ancillary muscles on the side to get you to do that bicep curl. And if you're not focused solely on that muscle that you're working, you'll find you start leaning towards what might be a stronger group of muscles and avoid the muscle that you're actually working, which is the entire point. What else did you say? I'll try and get into this. Yeah, 40-40-20. I'm not really down with it. Follow there. Sometimes I forget to put the annotations up. If I do, put a comment on the video if I forget. Like, if I'm pointing to nothing here and you're watching on YouTube, you're not getting it, I'm sorry. But it should be there. Okay. Check the video on how to work out cutting calories. It sounds like you want to cut at the moment. Have I addressed every issue that you have? Yeah, you say your problems in back and row exercises. The lat muscle, for those that don't know what the lat muscle is here. Oh, sure. See that there? Poking out? That's your lat. Okay? Lat. No lat. Lat. No lat. Lat. Right? That's a really difficult muscle to hit if you don't know about it. Most people, especially people who don't train, they don't even know they have that muscle. In their heads, they don't even know that muscle exists. Right? So how are they going to work it? They don't know to work it. So what you need to do is get a mind muscle connection with that muscle so that when you go to do rows and stuff, you're focusing entirely on that muscle. That is something you need to spend some time doing. Hopefully that will help. I say you should just cut first if you've got some belly fat there. It sounds like you may be a bit skinny fat. Cut first, get rid of that, then bulk up and go from there. Hopefully this has been some help. Also, telling me you're doing a 40-40-20 diet with no numbers for the total calories. That could be bulking or cutting or just getting fat or getting incredibly skinny. There's no way for me to know. Just the ratios are no information on their own. So yeah, I can't really go on that. But that's a mistake loads of people make when they send me emails. Don't worry too greatly about it. Also send me details of your split. I want to see your split. This video is ridiculously long, but it's so informative. So I don't care. bradley@gmail.com. If you have any queries or theories or suggestions or anything you want to let me know. Other than that, like the video, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course subscribe.